So this is a little bit of a live com, but decided to show you guys where we are in preseason since you guys just saw the unfortunate demise of us. Of course, Rod did end up winning the Super Bowl, which I think we probably should have been the ones to win. You know, I'm not going to say anything, but more importantly, we have an insane, I wouldn't say insane, but a new roster that's pretty damn awesome. Of course, you guys see the losses. I didn't play a single game yet. You might see a preseason game from me. You might not. Although now it looks like I did play, but I promise you guys, I did not play a single game. Actually, you guys probably could have seen I was on autopilot. But yeah, let's show you the team. Yes, you see Tyler Eifert, the Eifster. We might have paid a little bit for the man. We might have paid a little bit. You're also probably thinking, what the hell happened to the offensive line? Where's Travis Frederick? Well, you'll see in a moment where he went. Because, boom! Ryan Shazier. Yes, we have Ryan Shazier. How? Ask Anton, man. You just ask Anton. We may have gotten away with a little bit of a steal. We also drafted a Mr. Malik Jefferson. The guy that you probably heard. I think he said something about he wasn't going to play. I don't remember. But a little bit low on the speed. Oh, my God. If you guys would have seen the man that we should have had instead. The guy I drafted. Superstar Dev, 88 speed, 90 hit power, something along those lines. So damn godly. But we drafted Malik Jefferson, a great player. I should have went defensive tackle. I might show you right now a little bit of... Actually, you know, this might be its own video because this is actually going to take a while. But we also got Henry Anderson, great player there. We got him for like under $1 million a year for 3 years. So this guy, he'll be on the team for a while. Let's just call it how it is. Byron Jones, I'm not 100% sold yet, but I think we're going to play him at corner for the rest of, I wouldn't say the rest of the rebuild because it's not a rebuild, but the rest of this franchise. Sean Lee, I'm trying to field offers for him for a defensive tackle. I really like him still. I would love to play him, but Jalen Smith just makes too much sense. The big issue we have is most likely going to be money. Let's take a look at the salaries, you know. We're not doing too bad this year. Yeah, fair enough. We still have, 20, 30, 40 mil of base. But Zach Martin needs a contract. The big issue is we kind of overpaid for Eifert. We gave him a 5-year deal worth $64.9. I hope that counts the bonus. I hope I didn't pay him $100 mil. There's no way I did. Surely bonus counts into that. Hopefully. Because, yeah, we're going to have to get rid of him at some point. I would say 2019 season, maybe 2020 season if we're lucky. But we had to fight for him. The biggest problem with this one, though, was I bid on him. I put the highest bid in before I went to bed. Next day, completely forgot about time zones and was an hour late. Came on to see this man on our team. Don't get me wrong, year one, or year two anyway, season 2, gonna be insane. Another thing, what do we do with Dez? Don't know. Elliott, these are the problems we have. Elliott and Dak. We are having money situations while we're still on Dak's rookie contract. I don't think you guys understand how big of an issue this is. This man, Dak, is going to want some cash. He's going to want a lot. Plus, we have to sign Shazier this year. I believe, yes, we do. L. Collins doesn't have a long contract. Did I only sign him to a short term? I thought I signed him to a long-term deal. Honestly, don't know. Jason Witten. His bonus is kind of being an issue right now, so I don't want to release him yet. His bonus is like $5 million, and his hit is like 2. So I want to keep him there. Sean Lee, really should get rid of some of these guys. Bennett is our new fullback. This has been a huge move for us, I think. We get a good blocker, good runner, can run people over, all that stuff. And then we have to sign Byron. So we do have a couple of guys. Ramon Foster, was just a part of the trade for Frederick. And then Ty Montgomery. Terrell Pryor we got. I don't know if he'll even remain on the roster, to be honest. Decent player, don't get me wrong. Paul Perkins, decent player. Don't know if he'll remain on the roster. Malik Jefferson didn't cost us too much. We have some guys to re-sign, but for the most part, this first season we should be grand. We should be okay, A-okay, but next year is where the things become a problem. Now, we're going to go around the league. We're going to show you some of the guys that, some of the bigger name guys, I think. Sorry if you're watching this from the league and I forget your guy, but some things I just forget. So, DBD, of course, he went Josh Rosen. A lot of people, a little surprised by his normal dev. I think he should have easily had Quick. I don't remember how high he was taken. Maybe 8th overall. Decent player. I would say Rod, which is ironic because he was the Eagles, landed a very great draft, so we'll show you that in a second as well. I say DVD probably needs a little bit of receiver action coming up. He also grabbed a guy we were trying. I literally spent a good portion of a half an hour trying to trade back into the second round because of one thing. I'll show you guys the draft picks that we have. We're going to have a pretty sick draft coming up. We have 2 first rounds, 2 second rounds, and a third plus whatever rest over. Got the 44th projection from the Denver Broncos. Actually, to be fair, if I would have kept it, I still would have missed the guy, but I tried to trade up for Nandi. Not the most insane stats, but quick dev at 21 years old is so needed on our team. Defensive line, interior at least. Very big issue. But let's move on to some of the other picks. A lot of quarterbacks. Very, very many quarterbacks. Jarrett Stidham, 74 overall for the Jags. Not a bad player here. Quick dev, a little bit of speed. A very good one. I don't remember when the hell he took him, but a good pick there. I should probably just go through every team and see, who the youngest players are. See who they grab. The Jags really don't need a whole bunch of help. Paris Campbell, pretty damn good player. Definitely someone he'll probably develop a ton. I don't remember who else he might have gotten. Of course, it's ironic is Exams. I don't remember how many people worked on it, but Exams was one of the main guys that I know of. So if you guys are excited to see these rookies, thank him because he was the guy that kind of put this into action for the most part. Here, good player, Bryce Love. A little bit of a steal. I can't remember when he sucks. I wish I'd have done this a little bit more recently because I actually can't remember when the hell everyone was taken. Lions. I don't think they grabbed anyone too great. Deron Payne, we were going to go with Payne. Not a bad player. I don't know why his ranking or his overall is supposedly so bad, but he's an amazing player, actually. Don't remember when he was taken. Honestly, cannot remember. Does it show that maybe in the contract stuff? He got Deron Payne in the 3rd round. What a steal. What a damn steal. It was very hard for me not to go defensive tackle in the 1st round. But where we were placed, a lot of guys went mid to late 2nd, early 3rd for the DT, so it would have felt like a dumb move to have went that high for one. I mean, I don't think, if I can recall, there was anyone really worth that price. And of course, the leader, the fearless leader, Nuke, landed an okay draft. DJ Chark, amazing player, actually. A little Henry Johnson, actually not at all. He's skinny as hell. Left guard, Martez, Ivy. My man Nuke here tried to screw me over for, what's his damn name? For Jari Evans. I was going to give him like a 5th round. He was like, no, 3rd round. Jari retired. Take that. Here's Bo Scarborough. I was going to go for him, but I, didn't have any picks and pretty much just left the draft early. And I have to say early like that because it was like an hour and a half just for like the 1st round. Where the hell is the stupid... God damn it. I want to see the contract. I know he grabbed him very late. I don't know how he got him so late. Maybe he pulled some owner's stuff and got everyone to leave him. 3rd round, in the middle of the 3rd round. Beastie little player there. Definitely wanted him. Didn't need him, though. Then we have Arden Key. I was going to go for him. He doesn't look too hot, though. Yeah, he's got 87 finesse, though. He's an interesting player. I don't know. Don't know. A lot of low but okay overall players. Nick Fitzgerald. Not sure why I even went with quarterback. Lots of rookies that, from what I heard from this, is the superstar talent in the 1st round was kind of balanced out with, instead of that, it was all the way across the whole draft. The players were decent, so you weren't seeing a whole lot of superstars and quicks, which is kind of why I'm glad I didn't really go with this draft. I didn't really invest too much into it. Panthers got a couple of decent players. The tight ends were there for a while. The number 1 projected tight end lasted almost to the 3rd round in this quote-unquote recreation. Josh Jackson, this is the guy that I was kind of lining up to maybe grab, but I think he went pretty damn high. How high did he go, actually? I was looking at, some projections, and this is the guy I really wanted, but 18th in the 1st. Obviously did not have that high of a pick. And Maurice Hurst. Very disappointing that I didn't grab him, but a little bit on the undersized portion. I really cannot go for a guy like him. He was taken with the 33rd pick. I was going to try to trade up for these players, and nobody wanted to trade up, or trade down, I suppose. So I just had to leave it. Desmond Harrison. So the Patriots, who did have a lot of early picks, landed a decent draft. Baker Mayfield, superstar, Dev, great player. 23 is a little old, but still a great player. Denzel Ward, normal Dev, 78 overall is another guy I was planning on grabbing. When did he go is the question. He went with the 15th pick. So once again, another player that we had no chance to get without getting rid of the entire future of this team. Dante Pettis, decent wide receiver. I would say the best part about this draft, for the most part, is the fact that these players... Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know how they did it. Did they project them? I guess they're pretty realistic to their real-life age. Nick Sarja, that's a fullback. I really don't care. And then Minka Fitzpatrick, quick dev, probably the best cornerback in the draft. Let's take a look at when he was taken. He was above us, I think. Yeah, 13th pick. Another guy we could not have grabbed. Here you go with the Ravens. Deion Kane, decent player there. And then Sam Darnold, superstar dev, the best quarterback in the draft that we had. He's taken with the 5th overall pick. Not trying to hate on our the Broncos. Not that I wouldn't say he necessarily needed a quarterback so much, but I will say he definitely had a little bit of a bust with his pick, all things considered. Considering the guy that me and Raj got, we didn't have to go so high for one, for a middle linebacker. We'll show you who he grabbed in a moment. Another fullback. A lot of high overall fullbacks here. Lance, I would assume, had like nobody because he pretty much traded away his whole draft picks for like current talent, which is ironic because this is the first technical opponent we play. So Lancey, it's going to be the guy we go against. Josh Sweat, slow dev. Was he a bust? I can't remember. There was a couple of busts we seen for sure. Can't remember all of them though. 21st pick, yeah, a bit of a bust for sure. Jamarco Jones. We'll take a look in a second. Yeah, a lot of these players weren't really too great, weren't ranked too high. But I really, it doesn't bother me. I kind of traded back for the next year because I just didn't want to put too much into a draft that I really wasn't 100% sure with. And it was kind of opinionated rather than waiting for next year where I know exactly what I'm getting into. Rashaan Evans to the Steelers. I don't even remember him grabbing him. Did he actually grab him? 2nd round, 9th pick? That's actually a really nice steal. It was between Rashaan and the boy that I got, my boy Malik, and it was pretty much an easy one for me. And obviously here, clear cut, better decision. Sam Hubbard, great pick. When did he take him? It must have been another late pick. It's not got a bit of a steal draft. Yeah, look at the little bit of a steal in this draft. Got some decent players. Nicholas Jameson. I thought he got someone else too. Maybe not. Some of these guys could be 24, and I just don't like to look at those guys, so you never know. Tavares McFadden, decent cornerback. What else do we have? Donovan Wilson. It appears cornerback was a bit of an issue for him. Bradley Chubb, a little bit on the slower side, but a good pass rusher. He's a little heavy too, I guess, to be fair, so that speed doesn't really matter too much. He's able to take him with the 8th overall pick. Decent player there, just no dev. To be fair, that's a lot of the players in this draft. Will Hernandez, pretty good player, young, decent player. Moving on. So I was I was watching this draft. He was very excited for some of the players he got, and I think he grabbed one hell of a draft. Don't remember what his selection was, but this is the pick I saw live on the stream. I didn't retweet it because I just didn't want you guys to know the spoilers for like everything. So that's the only reason why. So I'm sorry. Duke Dawson as well. Look at the players he landed. Some good players. I don't even think he was there for half the draft either. He just like set his board. Tawan Thornton, quick dev wide receiver. Exactly what the Bears could use. So great job there. Good left tackle as well. Did a damn good job with the Bears draft, I think. I don't know if he traded anything for the future, but just from that, what I've seen, not a bad draft. Not a bad draft. Shad Penny. Decent player, actually, with some good truck ability. Tyrone Crowder. It's a bit of a, it's taken a little while, but that's why I decided to make this a full video. Unless I didn't, then excuse me. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Iman Marshall, or Iman P. Ryan is on this team? Why? Why did that happen? I don't even know. Nick Chubb, quick dev, a super steal. When did he take Nick Chubb? I think he took him late, too. 4th pick in the 2nd round. Not a bad pick at all. Good pick. Obviously, we're not really in the market for running back and all that. You know, some of the guys were kind of cool. Would have been nice to have them, but then, of course, his star player, Calvin Ridley. Good player. And here we go. Where was the bust? I wouldn't say bust, but just not as good as what he could have had. Ronald Jones, decent player. Luke Falk, decent player. And then Roquan Smith. I'm not going to say he's a bust because he has potential, but he was taken with the number 1 overall pick, which I don't see that's the value. You know, number 1 overall, I don't think that's good enough at number 1. But at the end of the day, some of the players we've seen weren't all that great, so there's not really a whole lot he could have done. Kendall Joseph, decent little middle linebacker here with quick dev. Going to be very hard to develop him, though. So, you know, at least the guy we got, you know, no dev yet, but he's very developed already. And he's only 21. So if this league does last a long time, which is kind of the way I play every single league I have, then we'll be looking at a good situation. Christian Wilkins, great player. Please tell me this isn't the guy we passed on. Okay, we didn't. Sweet. Because if that would have been a guy we passed... No, that was the guy we wanted, actually. I'm pretty sure that was the guy I was like, God damn it, that's who I wanted. Now I don't know what to do, and I really didn't. Josh Allen, slow dev, has got moves. But slow dev. The Buccaneers landed some players, man. The Buccaneers did one hell of a draft. Cardinals, Adam, whatever the hell, Brenneman. Christian Kirk, really good wide receiver. Terrell Crosby. And like I said, a lot of these guys really didn't have any great dev, but it was mixed with, instead of great dev for every player, a lot of the guys were good across the board. What do we got? 11th pick. I thought he was drafted later. I mean, I know he's kind of a high projection. Obviously, guys, some of you guys want to see where Saquon was taken, which he was taken number 2 overall, of course. Very, very high pick, which is pretty expected. Jawan Buchanan. Is he a pass rusher? Big man. Put him at DT for sure. When was he taken? Please tell me he wasn't taken well. And by well, I mean high. Or I wish he was taken. Oh, what a steal. Pretty much the 4th round pick. Wow. Anthony Miller, quick dev, decent little slot receiver. I just hope I don't miss anyone that was big in here that, you know, maybe they were 24 and, you know, I missed on those guys. Connor Williams, Nuke's other team, good draft pick, 20 years old with quick dev. When was he taken? He was taken very high. I think he was a top 5. Number 6, so just right outside the top 5. Great lineman, though. And then, of course, he also took Lamar Jackson at number 4. Normal dev, rough, rough dev, rough overall, but very fast. 91 speed, 92 excel, 92 agility. And he's got some ability to move around, so definitely a guy that's going to be fun for him to use her with. James Washington, quick dev, another great player. Of course, we have our draft. We only drafted... I think we only drafted 3 players, and there was only one that I physically drafted. Of course, was Malik. We had the least amount of draft picks in this year's draft for sure, but we did land a great player. Number 28, it was Malik Jefferson. Great hit power, good block shed, good tackle. So, very good player there. Mark Andrews, like I said, the best projected tight end was taken, I believe, like 59. Where was he? 3rd round, 14th pick, actually. Oh, my God. What a steal. We could have used a tight end, but we got Eifert, so what can you do? And here we got Raj's draft, Jordan Whitehead. Decent little player there. He had, who else? Where's his middle linebacker? Kerryon Johnson, superstar dev. That was one of the gems that was placed into the draft. taking 3rd round, 7th pick. Then we had, where's his middle linebacker? His middle linebacker, I think, was 23. Micah Kaiser. It was between him, the guy we got, and Rashawn. I think we made the correct decision. I know he's quick. Technically, he has better stats than our guy, but he is also 2 years older, which completely, and obviously it affects. Oh, he is a lot more agile as well, though. But it obviously affects a player's ability to develop. And pretty much that's our draft. Let's take a look. So it was, his guy was 83, 90, 87. Our guy was 83, so 5 less. Yeah, his guy was much better, actually. Our guys was 5 less excel, 5 less agility. Although I always thought Malik Jefferson was a really fast player, so I don't know. But yeah, we got up. You might see a preseason game, you might not. But expect either a preseason game against the Cardinals or the first game of the regular season against the Saints on Monday. One of those, actually no, not Monday. On Wednesday or Friday. Actually, I messed that thing up completely. This isn't coming on Monday at all. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the moves we made. We're definitely I'm gonna need some suggestions from you guys on what the hell we should do to get this team's money down. I really don't know. But yeah, hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see